This is an important message. Your personal battle is about to finish. Your personal battle is about to end. And it's not only that. What else is actually November going to bring? November is going to bring the whole new turning point, which is directly going to stem out of this particular situation. This is going to be an important time because this is also a very strong indication that you are going to have a period of a growth, of a personal growth, but especially when it comes to your spiritual journey, your karma, and your finances, and the personal security. This is all going to have a major turning point this month. My gorgeous, my beautiful, my ever so precious, my intelligent, my clever Libra. November, my beautiful Libra, is going to be a very significant turning point in your life. There is a lot going to start changing, one step at a time, of course. It may not as significant, but every little tiny detail is going to make sense. Every little tiny direction is just going to be very, very, very shining rather brightly this month. This is going to be an important moment in time when it comes to you realizing an important stage which is just about to unfold at the same time, but most certainly it is all about the actual self-illumination, which is going to redirect you a little bit. There is a change that is going to happen in November, and by the time you get to the end of November, my gorgeous Libra, it is going to be very interesting indeed, because there is going to be quite weird and bizarre situation that you are going to be part of, but it's not going to be necessarily something that it's negative to you. Something like quite bizarre, weird, it's actually going to take place and it's going to happen to someone else, and that in itself is going to be a really important moment in time for you, my gorgeous Libra, because not only you will be able to escape disaster or escape like a little bit not dangerous, but escape like a negative situation, but at the same time the certain veil is going to be shifted, and once this veil is shifted, this is actually going to help you a lot to make a necessary arrangements in order to move on with a certain stage of your life. The success is most certainly going to start here. Something is going to take place, like a really important process indeed. But what I find it quite fascinating is that it's just going to happen out of the blue, literally. As I said, the end of the actual November, it's going to bring you a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful new beginning, new option, and that option is just going to be probably the most exciting thing that happened in a really, really long time. And I am going back within the last 24 months. This is going to be really special and very important and very significant turning point that you, my gorgeous Libras, are actually going to have. This is it. This is an important moment in time. This is all about the fairness. This is all about the justice. This is all about the proper balance. And this is all about the actual accomplishment that you are going to have. But most certainly a very special and very beautiful and very amazing and mind-blowing advice that you are actually going to get this month. The actual advice that you are going to get this month is also going to help you with your own personal transformation, rebirth. But this is going to happen in such a way when you're going to start feeling rather energized and re-energized throughout this month. Very important moment in time. It's actually going to take place on the 25th of November 2019. The 25th of November 2019, it is just going to be quite important moment in time, because it's all about you breaking the ice. It's all about you breaking the ice, stepping outside of yourself just a little bit, and then that is just going to be such an important moment in time, because you're going to have a bravery, very, very sacred bravery indeed, and a certain situation is going to take place where you're going to be in touch with somebody of an authority figure. Okay, somebody of an authority figure is going to be in touch with you. It's going to be around with you on this particular day, which is going to be on the 25th of November 2019, and this is going to be an incredible moment that is actually going to happen, because you will be showered by different energy, because you will be part of the different vibration. This is going to kind of also be very necessary and very sharp moment in time when it comes to you making a very important decision here as well. I really like it because after this moment in time there is a lot going to start changing, of course one step at a time, but most certainly the 25th of November it is going to be like an invisible door that you're gonna go through, and once you go through this invisible door nothing is going to be the same anymore. And I say this in the best possible way because it's the energy that you're going to have. It's just going to reflect on your optimism, and it's going to kind of reflect a lot on what would you like to do and what would you like to achieve in life without any distractions. When I say without any distractions, this is when your spiritual journey come into the surface indeed. This is going to be important because you are about to release a karma, very heavy karma that was around the Libras, around you my gorgeous Libras, for quite a while. So that's why this is an important moment in time. Libras have been going through a lot. Libras have gone through a lot, and Libras in particular have been like not suffering silently, but there were lots of battles that Libras had to go through indeed. And I am talking about the last 36 months. The last 36 months have been very difficult for Libras indeed, and it was a lot happening, and maybe certain things were really slow for certain success, and the certain options didn't unfold as quick as the Libras would want it to unfold. But this was all part of this journey. This was all part of this particular direction, and this was all part of this vibration. So after the 25th of November, the things are going to speed up a little bit, which is absolutely wonderful. And you're about to rediscover happiness. You're about to rediscover an optimism. And also the ideas that are just going to start shining rather brightly indeed, my gorgeous Libras. What am I going to do now, my beautiful Libras? Now this is the reading for November indeed, but I'm going to light this candle. As I'm lighting this candle, I would like you to make a wish. Make a wish in particular. What would you like to start this month? What would you like to start this month? Which new beginning would you like to see? Which new beginning would you like to unfold? Which new beginning you would like to happen? As I'm lighting this candle, my gorgeous Libras, I need you to think, I need you to pay attention, I need you to manifest. What would you like to, what new beginning would you like to have this month? Okay, my gorgeous Libra, what new beginning would you like to have this month? Okay, now as I'm lighting this candle, my gorgeous Libras, there are lots of spirits in this room right now with me. Okay, as I'm lighting this candle, my gorgeous Libra, I would like you to make a second wish. Okay, what would you like? What else would you like to happen this month? Okay, when it comes to your relationships, when it comes to your love life, when it comes to your social relationships, when it comes to your connections. Okay, so there are a couple of things that I would like you to think about, that I would like you to manifest using the power of these wonderful and beautiful candles of mine indeed. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Libra, and it's for November 2019. So it's for you, my gorgeous Libra, and it's for November 2019. Libera, 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 libera. Libera, 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 butterfly, libera. My gorgeous Libras, do you know, it's such an important month. It is the balance. It is all about the balance. Once we have the balance right, everything is great. Once we have a balance right, everything is superb. Once we have a balance right, you know, the vibration is just completely different, and it's all about the vibration. It's all about our way of thinking. It's all about our power of our mind. When it comes to all these things together, you will be like, ooh la la, my babies, on top of the world indeed, because you, my gorgeous Libra, you're all about the balance yourself. So you're very powerful, you're very intuitive, you're very spiritual, you're born psychic indeed. You like, when it comes to your psychic feelings and your intuition, you have to think and do less than other signs, because you're born with this rather special, very strong, very powerful and very vibrant ability. On one hand, this is absolutely brilliant, but then on another hand, you can be like a little bit sensitive yourself, okay? And this is just absolutely normal, because you're dealing with a slightly bigger and slightly more significant and slightly more powerful amount of energy indeed. And that's why that can bounce back in so many different ways, okay? So I'm saying this is an important moment in time, because when it comes to the actual number, your number this month, my gorgeous Libra, it's actually 69. Behave. Naughty. No, your number this month is 69. Libra, I said behave. Okay, your number is 69 this month, and it's a brilliant and a very good number, and it's all about refreshment. It's all about a new stage. It's all about an unfoldment. It's all about enjoyment. It's all about rediscovering your fun. It is all about rediscovering your life. There is a certain new path that you will rediscover that is going to surprise you. Certain new path means it's a very powerful moment in time, my gorgeous Libra, as I can't stress enough, because that particular certain path that you are going to discover, it's also at the same time going to help you to discover something about yourself, but it's going to help you to express yourself. It's going to help you to live your life again. It's going to help you to be happy again. You know, there was a lot that every Libra was suppressing with when it comes to your feelings, because it is just, you know, sometimes we just need to be very responsible. And this is where Libra is absolutely brilliant, because you will go and you will do things, you will make whatever you need to make, you know, like you will do your responsibilities, you will be on top of your responsibilities, like literally always. But sometimes, you know, we don't even realize, you know, that we are not having a proper balance, and that on another hand is affecting our ability to be happy and to be excited and to see things crystal clear, because this is the time of release. Number 69, it's all about the release, and it's all about the radiance that you're actually going to have. The radiance is going to be a superb this month, which means you will be able to use your own beauty, your own power, your own wiseness, however you would like to actually get people's attention. This month you will be able to do this easier, because of this amount of beautiful and rather sacred radiance that you're actually going to have. Whether you want to go out there and it's just like, oh hello darling, you look gorgeous, you know, whether you're gonna like go out there and find somebody like really attractive, ooh la la, you know, stranger in the night, up to you my darlings, up to you my babies and my bambinis and my bambinas indeed. But whether you will want to use this energy in order like to kind of like project towards someone like in a fancying way, or you see someone who you like and then you're just basically, they will be able to notice you that much quicker, you know. Or on another hand, you can use this amount of energy, you can manipulate it in such a beautiful and amazing way when it comes to looking for work, when it comes to talking about important informations, important things, you know, when it comes to discussing the new stages in our life, when it comes to negotiations, when it comes to anything. It is absolutely brilliant, and this is just going to be the beginning of this. This is an important moment in time to go out there and discuss certain things and do certain things where you lack confidence, you lack energy, you lack a little bit of power, you lack this like a vavavoom-ish energy indeed. This is going to be absolutely an important moment in time for invocation, purification, beautiful harmonious energy, and most certainly there is going to be the reason for celebration, because something my gorgeous Libra is going to be offered to you, and it's just so good because it's going to surprise you. Something is going to happen quicker, something is going to happen sooner, much sooner than you expected, and this is going to be an amazing stepping stone when it comes to you, my gorgeous Libras, because certain things that didn't make sense are going to start start making sense after this moment in time. 69 is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful number to actually have, because it's also marking a stage of an important journey in your life which is about to happen. Somebody very special, 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 my gorgeous Libra, it's about to enter your life. It's about to walk into your life. Not only one person, but they're going to be quite few different people that are going to become an integral part of your spiritual journey, and this is going to unfold, and this is going to happen, and this is going to start this month. Oh my God, you know, and someone's progress in your life, oh my God, this is so good. And it just shows how unselfish and how beautiful Libras you people are. You care about other people quite a lot indeed, and you're not at peace, or you're not happy unless other people around in your life are happy, because you like to worry, and you worry about other people quite a lot, which is just a beautiful really trail about people indeed. But you're very deep. You don't really show it necessarily, but you are like I mean, you don't show it necessarily like that you worry about people necessarily, about certain people in your life, but you most certainly do. But what I like to say now, that there is somebody very special in your life. It's going to have a progress this month, and that progress is going to be so good for you. It's to do with success, it's to do with your security, it's to do with the power. But this is just going to mean to you as much as going to mean to that other person. So that is going to put a really big, massive, huge, enormous smile on your face, and it's also going to start something at the same time, new inspiration. But the bottom line is that someone very special in your life, it's going to have a very good turnaround. So this is going to be such a good moment in time indeed, and it is going to be very important homecoming time when it comes to that, and it is going to lead towards some kind of change. You will also start an important change when it comes to your home, or an important conversation when it comes to your home, when it comes to your environment. Maybe not, you will not start this month necessarily, but this Vavavumish energy, it's going to be so good, and it's important. It's like a new moon energy that you're going to have. A new moon energy you're going to have throughout the month, which means that as more you work with this energy, the more Vavavumish powerful Libra you're going to be. As more you work with this energy, the more significant it's going to be when it comes to exchange of things. Like, for example, you take this candle out and you bring another one in, but karmically you do something really good. Karmically you give it to your friend Elizabeth, for example, and then you just do karmically good thing, because I shouldn't throw it away. I will just give it to Elizabeth, for example, and then I'm just going to replace this candle with a different candle, and that in itself, it's creating karmic energy, important spiritual part of spiritual journey. And on another hand, it's creating yin-yang, really good positive energy of yin-yang when it comes to like a feng shui and things like that, because you are changing things in your environment. And this is an important moment in time to do this, change things a little bit in your environment throughout the month, because it's going to reflect on you in a really beautiful and nice way. You are also going to have a moment when you're going to feel really bizarre, moment when you're going to feel really strange, moment when you're going to feel really strange, really weird, like a little bit of hermit moment. My Libra, I'm not surprised that you are going to have a hermit moment this month as well. The hermit moment that you are going to have this month is not going to last too long. It is going to be one of the days in November. It could be absolutely any day, but on that particular day you're going to feel strange, you're going to feel bizarre, you're going to feel like you're part of a different dimension, but it's going to feel good, because at the same time there is so much going to be illuminated around you, there is so much going to be happening around you. And also what is going to happen in that moment in time, the actual connection of course with the spirit worlds and with the spirit guides and with guardian angels is going to be really strong, and you are going to have a really important situation where you're going to realize something quite important about your life, certain progress that you wouldn't realize, and that in itself is just going to confirm something to you. But even more importantly, some kind of option, some kind of realization. You need to dig it out. You need to dig it out. Libra. It's the time to pay attention to those little thoughts. It's the time to pay attention to what's the very first thing on your mind in the morning. It's the time to pay attention to your dreams. It's the time to pay attention to God. It's the time to pay attention to all those things, little things, because little things are always going to have a really nice and quite important turnaround this month, but especially by the end of this month, because quite a few things, are going going to happen and are going to start making sense. Things that didn't make sense, why they're in your life, why you're feeling that like this, why you're feeling like that. This is going to be very strong, emotional, and a powerful moment in time. So you're going to need to see what new option, what realization you're actually going to have. On another hand, this month you're also going to have a successful month when it comes to the actual finances. Something is going to happen with the finances, and it's going to be good because it's going to put you on an advanced level, which is on one hand going to be very good accomplishment for yourself, but on another hand, this is all about the victory, because the certain wish, something you wanted to plan, something you were planning for a while, is just going to take a beautiful turn, and mini little baby shortcut is going to come through forward, and then you're going to realize, oh my God, March 2020, it's going to be mind-blowing. When it comes to you, my gorgeous Libras, March 2020, it's going to be absolutely significant, because that is going to be the moment in time when you will most certainly have a balance and the actual outcome of all this. And this is when some kind of option is going to kind of this is where some kind of option is just going to come through forward, but it's just going to be the next stage, next development of this particular journey. And therefore, with another hand, you're about to plant very important spiritual seed, which is going to have a really amazing, mind-blowing process in March 2020. And that in itself is going to help you to kind of like make a conclusion to the problem that was in your life for the last 3 months, and before you would be like for the last 3 years, sorry, 3 years, something that was slowing you down, something that you had to go over and over and over again until you reached to the certain point. So now the certain point, my gorgeous Libra, you're about to reach conclusion to the problem, which is going to be absolutely brilliant. You are going to need to sacrifice something, you are going to need to make a certain adjustment, readjustment. There is a change that is going to be shifted with that at the same time, but most certainly it is going to step in the right direction, and it is going to be the reason for celebration that you're going to have, that you will want to have with the best people around you, because the whole new inspiration is going to come through, the whole new inspiration is going to come forward. Absolutely brilliant. As I said, this is all a very strong and powerful indication of a major turning point in your life, but especially when it comes to your finances. Indeed. My gorgeous Libras, when it comes to your health, you see, I like it because those long ailments or certain things, you know, that you had, you know, the people with the long ailments, especially where you didn't see any improvements, this month is going to be very strong, very powerful, and very bright when it comes to improvement of those long ailments that where you didn't see any improvements whatsoever. But on another hand, absolutely significant for you to keep on taking acerola cherry powder. This is so important because your cold and flu symptoms are going to be just a little bit like a sensitive here. So it's like acerola cherry powder, like very much so, like every single morning, if you could take a 1 liter glass, you know, I've recommended this 1 million times, but I'm afraid it's just an important supplement to actually take, because it's just like very rejuvenating in so many different ways, but especially when it comes to our vitamin C levels, and that on another hand kind of help us a lot when it comes to cold, flu, and things like that. So that's why I'm recommending acerola, organic acerola cherry powder. It needs to be without any other ingredients, just organic acerola cherry powder. You take a little bit of a glass of water like this every single morning, my gorgeous Libra, and you put 1 teaspoon, it's going to give you at around 1080 milligrams of the actual vitamin C per 7, which is like a lot. It's really a lot. So you take 1 liter glass, you mix it up and drink it every single morning. Acerola cherry powder. This is going to be absolutely superb for you. On another hand, what else I was going to say, it's a spirulina, organic spirulina. This is something that you need to take because it's going to help you a lot with your stress and with energy levels. I'm not saying it's going to be like, oh my God, stressful, but you are going to be making lots of decisions. You are going to be starting like a new journey. You are going to come across new people and new situations, and this does take quite a lot out of us when it comes to our energy levels, you know. So that's why you just like protect yourself. We protect ourselves, you see, by taking like this organic spirulina supplement. You can take this like in a powder form or a tablet form, but I would just like really highly suggest like in a tablet form. But when I say tablet, this is not chemicals or any rubbish like that. It needs to be organic just organic spirulina, nothing else added whatsoever. I say in a tablet form because it is just a powder form, can be very strong. If you can have a powder form, that's fine, but you can taste like sea vegetables. You can take the sea, it tastes the sea quite strongly, so it's entirely up to you really. But spirulina is just going to help you a lot. I recommended this before for energy levels, for stress and things like that. It's absolutely brilliant. And on another hand, what else I was going to say, please try to drink like a chamomile tea throughout this month. Try to drink chamomile tea because it's going to be so good for you, and also it's going to be good for your stomach, for your tummy. I know your stomach is going to be a little bit sensitive because this has been something on Libra's horoscope for quite a while now, like a sensitive stomach indeed. So please try to get an organic chamomile and try to drink it throughout this month, maybe once a day, once a week at least, but it's so good. It's full of goodness, it's full of power, it's full of this sacred, like a flower power. It's amazing. It's so much more than just a tea, with no sugar, please, maybe honey if you don't mind taking honey, and also a little bit of like organic, like unwaxed lemon. It's actually it tastes rather nice. But this is something that I would like to recommend you because it's very soothing and it's very good to flush out the toxins out of the system in general, and also it's going to help you with like your stomach indeed. Okay, so now basically going on the very first date that it's going to be rather important for you, my gorgeous Libra. It's actually going to be the 2nd of November. The 2nd of November, it's going to be very important. Then please try to pay attention what is on your mind when it comes to your dreams. You see, another thing that I was going to recommend to you, my gorgeous Libra, is lapis lazuli. Hello, lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli is also known as a stone of an ancient Egypt. It's very powerful, it's very significant when it comes to our psychic feelings, our intuition, and this beauty also helps you to have a very strong connection with your dreams. What does that mean? Well, when we dream, 100% of our brain is like working. We are doing all sorts of things that we don't remember. But basically, this lapis baby lazuli is so good because it's going to help you to connect to your dreams, and it's going to help you to remember your dreams much better than you would normally remember, especially when you're still connected to your dreams, like the very first thing in the morning when you open your eyes, and it's like still a strong connection. And that's why I'm saying that the lapis lazuli, also known as a stone of an ancient Egypt, it's actually going to protect you, ground you, make you feel good, but also it's going to help you to remember your dreams, which is, I think, really important for you in November and also in December, because it's the time of an unfoldment. Unfoldment starts in September actually, and as we go towards the end of the year, the more sharp and powerful this unfoldment is going to be. If you would like to buy this lapis lazuli, this comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, of course, and the link is in the description below. And by buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, of course. Okay, so the 2nd of November, it's going to bring you like a very strong actual feeling. Second, it's actually the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd. Listen, Libra. The 1st, 2nd, and 3rd November. All these 3 days are going to be very strong and very important to pay attention to your dreams in particular, and also to pay attention to what's on your first mind in the morning. 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd of November. And then the second stage is going to be right the last 3 days at the end of the month as well. So the first 3 days at the beginning of the month and the last 3 days at the end of the month are also going to be like ooh la la, are going to reveal something to you, reveal something to you. Okay, the 2nd of November, it's actually going to be an important moment in time because this is all about a certain apprenticeship and the ability to learn something. There is going to be a very beautiful situation that is going to happen, and it's going to push you towards a certain direction where you're going to be able to express yourself in a different way, in a certain way. Actually, this already happened. You expressed yourself in a certain way. So now this is the time, this is the moment of unfoldment that you're going to have on the 2nd of November. You just need to remember to stay committed, stay committed, stay committed. Wherever you are, whatever you do, whatever you're doing, whatever you come across, like on the 2nd November, just remember, my bambinis and my bambinas, to stay committed to the task at hand, which means that karmically there will be like a little bit of confusion around you. You just have to stay committed to the task at hand. What is actually going to happen, there is going to be that very good option, that some kind of offer that you will have through this particular situation few days later. On another hand, what else I was going to say, you see, there is also going to be the certain regret that is going to come through. Something is going to be on your mind, a certain regret, something is going to come to an end, and you will know it's going to be the time to move on. It's important, my gorgeous Libra. You will know this, it's time to move on, because when we come to an end with the certain stages in our life, with the certain options, with certain relationships, you know, it's just basically when it comes to an end, you know, it is just going to it all becomes like a very tired. And the reason why, it's because the balance of energy is not there anymore, it's not correct anymore, it's not right anymore, and we just got out of each other what we could have gone, we got out of each other what we could have got, and now there's nothing left. I mean, not that there is nothing left, but the balance is not the same anymore. Instead of being really positive and optimistic, now it's getting very dragging. So that's just helping you in a way to realize that a certain stage of your life is coming to an end, and that's why it's up to you to make some kind of effort in order to make a certain discontinuance, to make a certain abundance. This is important because, you know, it is just going to release another plan. This is blocking you. This is causing emotional blockage that it's meant to be unblocked, and this is why this is so important, because something better is going to come to the top, something better is going to come to the surface, something better is going to manifest. But as soon as you realize this, but what you need to do, what you have to do, what you must do, is like use some kind of like advice that you had from some kind of spiritual guru, and that is going to help you quite a lot to make a certain decision indeed. But you have to be sharp, you have to be quick, you see, and that is going to be very intense moment in time, because it is going to signify, it is going to start meaning some certain little absence, some certain little readjustment when it comes to like a certain little absence is going to start here. But most certain is going to be the right moment in time, because it's going to start like a really wonderful idea that you are going to have at the same time, and that is all going to be about the advancement and taking your life to the second stage, taking your life to the second level indeed. By the time we get to the 12th of November 2019, there is some person is going to play an important role in putting you in touch with a new stage in your life, but especially when it comes to the certain learning experience, something that you will want to do, something that you will want to learn, and it's going to become the part of your spiritual journey, but it's just like an inspiration through somebody else. Absolutely wonderful, but it's also going to become like a breath of a fresh air, and a certain part of your life is just going to become crystal clear, you know, when it comes to like a certain problem, you know, certain negativity that you had to like kind of work on and go by, and kind of like it had to be part of your life until you kind of come up with a certain agreement. This is an important moment in time, because you're also going to have an absolutely wonderful influence, and this influence is very important because it is kind of coming from the right person at the right time, which means that this is somebody who is an integral part of your spiritual journey, and it's also going to help you to have a control over a situation. It's also going to help you to give you certain strength, courage, you know, energy, determination, accomplishment as well, that you are going to realize through this, that is going to at the same time become an important part of your own transformation. This is such an important moment in time, because it is just a whole new harmony. It's going to come through your own determination. On another hand, what else is actually going to happen on the 12th of November, even more importantly, oh my lord, by the end of the day, on the 12th of November, listen to me, Libra, this is the tricky one, like a really good one, because this is something that is going to surprise you. There is a triumph that you are going to have, that you're going to have a good news, and this is about your gain, this is about advancement, this is something that you expected about your life, about your journey, but they're going to be like added little rewards at the same time. I really like it, because it's just about your desires, And also it's a lot to do with the next stage, next stage, next stage. This is an important part when it comes to the next stage. An advancement, but a good advancement with a little bit of little taste of surprise. But the taste of surprise is going to come through you feeling drawn towards the new stage or new option that is going to become available in your life at that right moment in time. But if that happened like about a few months ago, you would be like, absolutely no way. So this is absolutely brilliant indeed. It is all about your efforts that are about to be recognized. It's all about the promotion and recognition of your abilities. It's absolutely brilliant, and that in itself is going to give you a good new idea. I think it's very important to make sure that you get like a dry sage stick. You see this baby here, dry sage stick? I like the smell. I use this every single month. I use this couple of months really, but I think it's really important for you to do this couple of times in November and even December. Use a dry sage stick. Close all the windows in the house, and then you light this, put little saucer underneath, and then you just walk around. Okay, you can say like a little prayer, you can say a little daily affirmation, you can say like a little mantra, you can say something to your angels, something to your spirit guide, you know, however you feel, my babies, my bambinis and my bambinas, my liberas, however you feel. You just go into every single room in the house and just making sure you smoke it, and at the same time this is going to rejuvenate in you. If you feel like a little bit sick 2 days later, that's actually quite good. I said this before, because it's going to rejuvenate you so much, because we do get this amount of energy, negative energy accumulated within us, like wherever we are. Of course we are like a sponges, we can pick up a negative energy, and that's why you just kind of protect yourself with this. It's a dry sage. If you would like to buy it, you can get this from my shop, and the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. Okay, the third important day, my gorgeous Libra, it's going to be the 29th of November. My God, this is so good. This is going to make you feel so important. This day is going to make you feel so important. I get so excited because that in itself is such a well-balanced, wise energy. Because when you feel so important, your balance is even going further high, further up. And that in itself is just going to be so good, and you're going to feel very creative at the same time, and you're going to come across the situation where you're going to be able to bloom, you're going to be able to grow, you're going to be able to show your beauty, you're going to be able to show your power. But most importantly, you are going to do something very beautiful and very responsible, and something that you're going to start, you're going to make, is just going to be really important, and you're going to like this importance. Start of some kind of very responsible and very amazing stage of your life. It's going to happen on the 29th of November, and this is only going to be the beginning, and the next stage of that is going to be in June 2020. June 2020 is going to be the actual continuation of this, karmically, like ooh la la, very strong, very powerful, very significant, because it is going to help you to reflect on a certain stage in your life. And not only that, but this is going to become an integral part of your future. Okay. On another hand, 29th of November, it's also going to bring justice. This is when I get so excited, because you're going to get your justice. Whatever you've been waiting for, whether you've been waiting for some kind of justice, whether you've been waiting for people to make some kind of decision for you, this is going to be brilliant, and it's just going to bounce back, and it's going to make you feel very good about yourself. Big smile. At the same time, it's going to bring you proper balance, but also it is all about self-satisfaction and advice. You're going to get a very wise and very beautiful advice, and that advice, you're also going to find it rather sacred, very powerful, very significant, because you're going to be able to recognize the certain part of yourself you wouldn't be recognized before. On another hand, it's going to bring you a wonderful balance, you know, when it comes to like creating certain rituals, sacred rituals, being part of the sacred rituals, but also bravery, capacity that you will have, you will realize about yourself. It's going going to be absolutely mind-blowing, and you are going to make a very, very, very wise decision. You will surprise yourself, but it's going to be a good surprise. It's going to be significant surprise. It's going to be rather delicious surprise indeed, because it is going to be step in the right direction, and it's also going to help you in those areas and in those sections in your life where you feel a little bit restrained indeed. Okay, so now going on the very first part of November 2019, my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Libras, this is all about your own personal release of your own power, of your own radiance, and truly coming from a very significant part of your spiritual journey. And that's why this is going to be highly vibrational time. As I said, you're going to start feeling, oh my God, all this energy, like, ooh la la, it's really good. And you're going to start feeling like having ideas with those parts of your life where you weren't just sure what to do. So there is almost immediately going to be a very important part of your life where you're going to feel very brave when it comes to certain suspension and sacrifice, and it's also going to be very strong connection with some kind of an authority figure, which is just going to be so brilliant and so positive to you, and something is going to offer, something is going to be offered to you, some kind of new option. It's brilliant because this in itself is going to be the moment in time when I said before, like, you will break the ice. When you break the ice, when it comes to the certain move that you're going to make, this, my babies, is going to be the turning point that you are going to have. This is all about the huge, massive turning point in your life. This is so important and it's so powerful. Everything is going to start changing, my Libras, but in a good way, because turning point is going to be so highlighted when it comes to your destiny, when it comes to your fortune. Indeed, intuition is going to be all around the place, very important. But also that time of your life where you had about a worry, about a certain loss, now this is going to bounce back beautifully, 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 and there is going to be an opportunity, financial opportunity that you are going to have, and this is going to be an amazing moment in time and the time for celebration indeed. There is going to be like a little bit of misunderstanding with somebody like at the beginning of November, but just like kind of try to rise above it. I mean, what can I do? It's just so important to let you know, to try to gather your thoughts, to try to gather your energy, and especially if somebody makes you feel like really negative, really low, it's always important. Just go. Do not go low, like that low vibration, what they will be projecting. It's not good. Something is not quite right with that person, and maybe they will try to take something out on you. For you, my gorgeous Libra, just remember to rise above the situation. You're going to be absolutely fine. On another hand, there is a certain skill that you will realize about yourself, and you're going to like this. This is going to be a very vavavoom-ish moment in time, because it's like, oh my God, I've done this, I've done that. You're going to realize that you are capable of something really cool, and that in itself is going to be an important moment in time, because it is going to inspire you. When you're inspired with your own direction, with your own options, with your own new options that are about to happen, this is wonderful, because this is where the energy is very balanced and very important, and you will realize and have the realization that you have done something very rather efficiently, and just keep going and be very professional. By the time we get to the mid part of November, my gorgeous Liberina, Libra, it is all about a homecoming time. You will start feeling changes, that you want to make changes, and this is absolutely normal indeed. It is all about nurturing and creativity. Very important moment in time, and that in itself is going to help you to fix something that you maybe happen at a certain stage in your life when it comes to your home, when it comes to big change. You did some maybe wrong turn, and this is just going to be absolutely wonderful, because it's going to give you an opportunity to fix something where you were maybe a little bit reckless with a certain stage, a certain part of your life. It's brilliant, because that in itself is going to tackle the certain energy from the past where you had unfinished business, something that you started within the last 24 months and it just didn't work out. Now this is going to bounce back, and it's going to give you another opportunity. It's just so important, because it did create you like a little burden, but it's so good, because you listened to someone like some kind of spiritual teacher or spiritual guru or spiritual leader, and now this is going to be a confirmation. Not only the burden is coming to an end, but it's all about your prosperity, security and power, and also the powerless situation, my Libras. This is when I get excited. By the time we get to the last part of November, there is a very situation that was in your life for the last 12 months that was very much so the part of your thoughts, you know, maybe an unhappy stage of your life that you had to follow, that you had to do, that you had to lead, but it's just sometimes, you know, we can't make changes straight away. So it's just all about timing, and it's all about moderation, and it's all about reaching to the certain stage of our own karma, our own spiritual journey. This is what's happening at the end of November, my gorgeous Libra. As you see, it's all about powerless situation coming to an ending, and that is turning around, and it's all about liberation. Libra liberation, Libra liberation, Libra liberation, Libra liberation. Absolutely fantastic. And that liberation is just going to shift the negative energy, which is just going to basically bring an amazing determination when it comes to some kind of option that was like kind of like maybe very clouded at around that time, certain stage, certain part of your life. It is all about the actual awakening moment in time. And it's so good because that awakening that you're going to have, it's going to raise the certain sharpness, and the certain sharpness that is going to be raised, it's also going to help you with an indecisive moment in time. There are a couple of things that are going to be on your mind at the end of this month, and that to do with you, with your life, with your practicality, and with your security, and with your new option, new start, new stage of the journey that is just going to take place at the end of this month. Absolutely remarkable and very significant indeed, because it is all about going on the new stage, but it's just going to surprise you because there is a new direction that is about to be revealed here as well, which is going to become a very delicious new option in your life. But it's just going to be such a great moment in time where you're going to literally feel like you're living again. So important, because there are going to be the certain people that are going to kind of like keep on popping in and out this month, you know, to you in your life, on your spiritual journey, and there's going to be the certain accomplishments from and realizations from the right people that you're going to have, that is just going to mean the world of absolutely everything to you. The end of November 2019, it is just so good because not only this is going to be the new stage, which is just going to become literally remarkable, but it's all about the actual control over situation, courage that you're actually going to have here, and energy, determination is just going to be absolutely mind-blowing. But that option that you're going to have is just going to be everything. It's going to seem so much smaller, so much less significant than it actually is. So the little seed you are going to plant at the end of the month, that is just going to literally change everything. An amazing opportunity that is just going to reflect on your life so beautifully, and it's also going to become an integral part of your spiritual journey. You're gonna like it because you're about to rediscover a lot about yourself and about your life. Absolutely fantastic indeed. Okay, so now, what else I was going to say that is just going to be rather remarkable for you to get something like a black tourmaline. Very important. I say something like a black tourmaline because it's the most powerful crystal when it comes to the protection against all sorts of negative energy. I couldn't even live without this, to be quite honest with you. It is probably the most powerful crystal when it comes to protection against all sorts of negative energy, negative spirits, negative dimensions. And what I said before, you are one of the most psychic signs indeed. It is more as you have this balance, which is rather powerful, the more you can get affected by this like kind of energies, negative energies around you. That's why this is so important for you to have throughout November and December. Okay, so you can wear this in your bag, you can have this like on your table, you can have this at home, like in the living areas, you know. It's just so important because it's going to help you to protect yourself. On one hand, it's going to help you with the grounding, but on another hand, it's going to protect you so much, and then that can reflect, you know, in so many different ways. You can like preserve your energy for so much longer indeed. If you would like to buy this black tourmaline, the link is in the description below, and by buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. But this is something that I highly recommend for November and December for you, my gorgeous Libras. So now I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect to those of you that are actually in relationship. You know, this is a mind-blowing month for the relationships as well. because something very significant is actually going to start here. But this is all going to kind of like happen with you making a certain judgment. You know, you and your partner are going to come across something, and that in itself is just going to kind of become like a little problem. But this is going to be brilliant, because that particular problem is actually going to be really good, and it's going to help you to come to terms with something. But then again, the bottom line is there's an option that is just going to become very significant after that moment in time. This is all about a very, very big improvement. Very, very important time for the relationships, because it's all about it's all about the actual real improvement, development, okay, and outcome of the past effort. So therefore, you are going to get very important stage of your life when it comes to your own security, power, and when it comes to some kind of luxury indeed. So something is going to become very much so evident to you both. New stage, new option that now you will be able to go for. But it's so much to do with you two making a certain decision, which is big, which is huge, and getting to the certain stage when it comes to your security and power. Really good stage indeed. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect to those of you that are single and ready to mingy. Stranger in the night, na 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 na, Libra in the morning. My gorgeous Libras, you know, this is very interesting, and you are going to be all around the place this month indeed. You're going to feel very sexy indeed. You're going to feel very vavavoom-ish. You know, there is going to be the very powerful amount of energy that you're going to have, and it's going to be brilliant, because that is going to be responsible for you being absolutely everywhere this month. You're going to find yourself being part of the groups, you know, that you haven't been before. You're going to find yourself being very adventurous, part of the situations and groups and people where you wouldn't normally be, and that is going to be really good for your relationships. You're going to meet quite a lot of people that are going to play an important role later on, but also at the same time, it is going to be somebody from the past is going to try to return into your mind, or somebody from the past is going to try to return in your mind. That means you're going to be thinking about them, and that is just going to kind of like start some kind of vibration, but it's going to be quite good at the end. I will tell you what's going to happen. Or it's basically going to be like somebody in your mind, or somebody's going to try to walk into your life, some ex-lover or something like that from before. That person is not meant to be there. That person was there, and that person will go away because it's not meant to be the part of your spiritual journey. But what is important here to realize, to learn and let go, learn and let go. So with other words, if somebody, some kind of ex-lover or ex-partner, or somebody you haven't even been yet, somebody from the past try to return into your life, in your mind, and you start thinking about them, just remember what Sashita said. Just remember, basically just to try to let them go in your mind. The power of vibration is going to be so strong when it comes to your thinking, when it comes to your manifestation. Your thoughts are manifestation, your thoughts are energy, and this is what you need to do, because that in itself is going to be an important moment in time of an accomplishment as well. After that, what is going to happen, you will be focusing on your home and on your accomplishment, and you will want to reward yourself, which is absolutely brilliant. And then you will be the part of the group of people where you haven't been before, but something is going to be very important about them, very significant, something about their security, something about their power. There is someone very special that you're going to meet at around the end of this month, my gorgeous Libra. Somebody from a very important family, or somebody who's having a very important job, or somebody who's been doing something for a really long time and who is very proud of their work, job, and it's just some kind of like a very important family. Somebody is about to walk into your life that you're going to like so much. Somebody's just going to inspire you so much. You have to remember, it's going to be one step at a time. You have to remember, it's important to start at the beginning and work your relationship right way up, you know, instead of starting at the end and going the wrong way down. So this is exactly what is going to happen here. One step at a time. You're going to meet this person and you will know it's them, because you're going to feel like, ooh la la, rather vavamumish, and they are going to feel exactly the same. Prepare, my gorgeous gorgeous Libra, prepare to be swept off your feet, because this person, once they walk into your life, they will not go. They're absolutely amazing, remarkable, and this is how their reflection on your life is also going to be. Somebody who's going to make you feel so much happier, and you're going to make them feel so much happier as well. Okay, prepare to be swept off your feet, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. Okay, heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying if you care enough about a living. Make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying if you care enough about a living. Make a better place for you and for me. You and for me. You and for me. Make a better place. Thank you so much, my gorgeous Libra. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing and light to every single one of you. Okay, my gorgeous Libras, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you.